Hello and welcome to Raymies Garage and welcome back. Just to give you a wee update where we are. You've probably noticed I haven't put a video on for a week or three. There are a couple of reasons behind that, and that's one, our PC that we edit all our videos and store all our videos is power supply packed in. And I ordered a new one around about the 17th of December, hoping it'd be next day delivery. Then I discovered it wasn't getting delivered till the 28th of January 25, but it did come last week, which was around about the 9th or 8th of January. So I've managed to get that back up and running again. I was on the verge of buying a new PC, but a lot of money, £1,000 for a new computer. So I've got that back up and running again, which is good. The other reason is it's been really cold here in Scotland, so it's probably about -5, -3, with a bit of snow, certainly a lot of frost there. So we never got a lot of videos recorded as we would normally do. And we only do that once a week or so anyway, depending on what we're doing. So that was that. We did make a couple of videos though. The first one we got, I think, was Apprentice Pat's daughter's 2015 L405, and it had a problem with the DPF. The DPF full light come on, the red one, the red triangle of death as we call it, and it didn't have the yellow triangle of death or DPF full. It went straight to red, which we found a bit unusual. So we videoed that. We bought some stuff to clean the DPF, but we had a bit of a different outcome than we actually expected from that video. Another video we made was Apprentice Paul's wife's Range Rover Evoque, where she broke her front right spring, and she really needed that. She really needed that car. They needed that car to get about during the holidays and stuff like that. So we stuck a new spring on that. It was a fairly simple video, fairly simple job, but always good to see and getting the right tools used. And we are videoing the now, but we have videoed quite a bit of removing the L405's, that's my car's fuel tank shield. It's the big shield that holds the fuel tank up. And you'll probably notice on some other videos that these fuel tank shields corrode quite a bit of rust. And certainly in Scotland, we've got the salt belt and the salty roads. You tend to get a bit of corrosion on that, and you'll probably see a wee picture of that or a video of that. So we're in the midst of doing that. We have got the fuel tank out as of today. It was a bit of a bear to take out. But we're making progress. We're just waiting on parts coming for that. So might make this one into a two-parter. There's quite a lot in that. But that's us. So we're going to get back on track. We've got our PC fixed. We had a wee bit of a break in the weather the other day. It went to 1 degree Celsius. And that was pretty nice compared to -6 last week. In fact, I learned about Thursday. So we're on track again. PC's fixed. We'll get some videos out and really appreciate that. So I'll leave you with the video of Apprentice Pat's daughter's car's 2015 L405 DPF, the red triangle of death. Hello and welcome to Raymies Garage. I've got another family Range Rover here. Apprentice Pat's daughter's car. It's a bit dirty. Oh, let's get and open the door. So this is it's got no side steps on it. Let's see what the problem is. So what year's this, Pat? This is a 2014 4.14 SDV8. Right, let's see what we've got. This is what happened today. What does that say? Exhaust filter full, visit dealer. Alright, well we better take it to the dealer then. That's the last place you want to take it, is the dealer. Right, so that's come on. We think the yellow warning light should have come on, and this car does do short journeys, but we'll get the tool on it. If you want to hold that, I'll get my phone out and connect it. There's that orange light down the bottom, right? That's the, I put suspension in access mode. Right, okay. Right, car. Gap tool. I'll leave it running then? I just leave it running, I can always cut it out. Faults. Faults be red, continue. ABS brake, chassis control, HVAC, instrument pack, engine, power steering, airbag, satellite radio and television. So we're going to go for engine, diesel particulate filter, pressure sensor, B circuit, range performance. Right, diesel particulate filter, regeneration, frequency, algorithm, base failure, signal has too few transitions. So that top one might have something to do with it going directly into the red triangle. Clear that, maybe that's what the engine management light is on. We'll clear the two of them. Okay. So there's your engine management light out. So that's them all, it's not picking up that fault now. New batteries put in this car.
A new battery was in this car less than a month ago.
So we'll have to clear the and maybe that's the problem. No faults. So there's no faults. So what we need to do is to figure out again how we tell it it's got a new DPF.
If you go to live values and ask it when the last time it done a regen.
Selects live values, complete list, search, 23 miles. Distance since diesel particulate filter regeneration in miles, 23.
That's like the day.
Aye, that can't be right. Okay, how do I want to reset that? Okay, service test. Vehicle reset. It says limited mode on it, see it?
Aye.
So you might not be able to tell it to get a regen.
Aye.
So we can't give it a forced regen.
Aye.
Unless we give it a get the iCar soft tool on it.
I'll try it with that.
Right, I'll go and get that. I'll disconnect. Yes. Right, let's see if it runs on.
Right, watch this, right? You ready?
So it is running on.
Run a good bit.
Right, so we will get the iCar soft tool deployed.
So I need to basically add to this car.
Aye.
See this bit, it costs you, doesn't it?
I think it costs about £60.
Aye.
But then we'll see if this works.
Well, I'll do diagnostics.
Okay. Diesel particulate filter restriction soot accumulation. Bank 1.
P2463.
If I can pick that up. It's just shining on it, 2463. Right, let's see if we can get that to try it as if we'll put a new diesel particulate filter in. Keep going back.
Back.
Well, you've just scanned it.
Ah, we don't want to do that. I'll press the wrong button there. Service maybe?
Try service.
There it's there.
Right, DPF. Land Rover.
Range Rover 2014 V8 diesel, dynamic regeneration or diesel filter replacement.
I would go for the replacement.
This application will blah blah blah. Press OK to continue.
This application will reset the stored particulate filter values. This needs to be used only in conjunction with a DPF component change.
Yes.
Failure to comply can result in overload DPF and likely to damage the system. Components, press OK to continue.
So F2's for OK.
Right.
That's it, set it as ignition 2. OK. To the off position. OK. Position 2. OK. Press OK to continue. Complete.
Okay.
OK. Set the ignition to off. OK. Set it to 2. OK. Erasing the fault close complete.
Right, now what you need to do is drive it.
Aye. So it didn't work. We didn't expect it to work anyway.
No. Right, it's coming back. There's daylights are all dim now. Why don't you go for a regen then? F2.
Set position 2. Blah 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 blah. Okay.
No, you got to read that there. It says it can't do it.
Oh right, hold on.
Let's go back to that diesel dynamic regeneration. This application carries out a forced diesel particulate filter dynamic regeneration. This will only occur if the soot mass present in the filter is below a set upper limit of 60 grams. The application will determine the soot mass, and if it's above the upper limit, the application will terminate and you will be instructed to replace the particulate filter. If it's below the upper limit, the forced regeneration will be performed. Be advised of this. It's a two-man operation and tool must remain connected to the vehicle whilst regeneration is carried out. Press OK to continue. Right, so you go to OK. Set the ignition to 2, which it is. The soot mass in the particulate filter is above the upper limit of 60 grams, therefore the forced dynamic regeneration cannot continue. The particulate filter must be replaced.
It's Donald Duck then.
Needs to go for a regen. I mean, you could get on the motorway and drive it and see what happens, but I doubt it's going to do anything because it's locked out above that 60 gram mark.
Once it goes to red, that's what I was trying to explain to Laura. If it was at yellow, you can drive it till it goes off, but when it's red, I don't think you can.
I think you need to book it in for a regen. If you phone that place down there now, you might get it in on Monday or Tuesday. So that's what happens. You don't act on the yellow light and take your car for a drive. And this car generally goes back and forward, very, very short journeys all the time. And that's what causes that, and lack of knowledge.
She did state that it went straight to red, which maybe she didn't notice it.
Don't believe it. She's lying to you to protect herself. No, maybe it did. Maybe that first error that come up with the sensor might have a problem to do it as well. So you would need to get that. You would need to get that off, drive the car, then do a near test on it, inlet test, then maybe have a look at the DPF sensor, which is right under the middle of the car. See if there are any hoses off it or it's not working right.
Is that the pre and post DPF sensors?
Pre and post after it, yeah.
So that's the one that they take one of them off and put the fluid in to try and...
Well, other than that, you could we could go and buy some of that stuff and do it ourselves. Right, so we're back in Apprentice Pat's daughter's car and we brought it over this morning. It's about 10 days since we've had the red DPF full, and strangely enough this morning it's not there. So we put the wee tool on it. We've tried the gap tool on it, but the gap tool's not coded to this car. Even at that, still it's not the best. So we've noticed that, I don't know if you can see that, the diesel particulate filter soot concentration inferred using the differential pressure is 23.429, and the distance since the last regen is 9.1 kilometres. So we're confused about why the red light has went off, and there is actually not even an amber light on there. So if you see that 23.4, what we've looked up is the manual, and I'll stick this on screen. So the amber warning light goes off at 22.5 grams and it comes on at 24.5, and we're at 23.439.
So it shouldn't actually go off when you think about it like that. It should be on.
It should be on, aye.
Because it's went above 24.5. But the red one was, the red amber light, or red warning light goes on at 31.5 grams. So our plan is, we've got this in the car and we're going to have a look at it to see if that goes down or any of these move. We're going to take it a wee run along the motorway and see how we go.
There's also these two here.
Aye, the number of successful regenerations is 0, and the number of partial successful regenerations is 0, and the number of successful is 1. So we'll go and see if these values change. Right, let's go for it. The distance since diesel particulate filter change, regen, sorry, is actually changing.
Is it?
So it's 9.4 kilometres. Right, so that is moving.
Hate when guys do that.
What's that?
They can rip the junction, then they turn left, then they're going left. And they're sitting there watching.
Right. So that is moving. So the soot level's 23.479.
Right, okay. So we're hoping that's going to go down.
Aye. But certainly the distance since diesel particulate filter regeneration is going up.
In my mind then, that happened when I was driving the car home 10 days ago, and while the RED DPF full was on.
So just to let you understand that, the car's been driven to Apprentice Pat's house, which is about 3 miles from here,
Yeah.
and has sat for 10 days and never moved.
Never moved.
Didn't do anything.
Nope.
Started it up this morning and the red light's off. So we're beginning to think, is there a problem with the sensor, or a problem with the pressure sensor, or is it just the fact it's been sitting there doing nothing? But you're obviously looking at the soot volume. That's now down to 21.7. The soot volume's up round about that amber light area.
It should be triggering the amber one.
So technically when we had the car down at our garage, it would have been above 31.5 grams when we done that. And unfortunately we never checked that at the time, and that would have been interesting to do that.
Interesting,
Because the plan today was basically to actually put some material in the DPF and try and get it to regen.
So that's a good thing there, that's a good sign. So something's working then.
Aye. That's it up to 11 kilometres and 18 grams. So we're going to try and get it to do a regen. Wiper on.
In the workshop manual, it actually tells you to put it into cruise control, so you maintain the same speed when you're doing a regen.
Let's try that then. So usual, we're just heading up to the M8 motorway heading east to Edinburgh. So that'll let us get a good run at it. See if there are any changes in the number of regenerations we've done. Well, you say to Laura, if that happens again, just don't drive the car for 10 days.
Well, we could check these figures again if it comes on again.
No.
Check the soot level, and according to that, it should be above 31 or 32.5.
The amber light's going on at 24.5. The red light's coming on at 31.5. The maximum soot level accumulation before regeneration process is inhibited is 28.5. So there, it's down at 15 now. So it's nearly halved. And 12 kilometres. So this is us just going on to the M8 motorway. Pat's decided to gate the boot, which is something he does in everybody else's car but not his own. So our soot levels are down to 8.8 and the kilometres obviously going up, so we'll just keep an eye on that. And we've only travelled, don't even know how many miles we've travelled, 5 minutes literally to go on the motorway.
Well, we start off at 9 kilometres, so many kilometres we've got now?
21.
So we've done 9, 21, I've done 12 kilometres.
And this is where we are, M8 Edinburgh. So there, we've checked, I've just noticed it's done a regen. You'll see that's now at 2. The number of successful regenerations at 2, and we've now travelled another 7.5 kilometres since it's done that. We got that to about 32, we just missed that in the video. And the grams of soot are 2.019. So everything seemed to work there, and we've travelled maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the car, if that.
Lucky if it's 15 minutes.
Aye. So we're puzzled to understand how that red light, or the DPF full light, went off when Pat drove the car back to his house when it was on last week. And we've just started the car up this morning, brought it down here, and it's went off since we started the car. The red lights went off, and our soot content was like 23 point something. We'll see that back in the video. Which is bizarre, because we were intending to actually make a video about trying to clear that red light indicator for the DPF with the is it WINS DPF fluid. So that was intent, but we've never really got to that. So it looks as if it's done a regeneration. I'm just looking at the soot now. Soot levels at 1.9 and 9 kilometres. So we're completely baffled how that's actually happened.
Anybody wants to enlighten us is more than welcome.
Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on that, see how low that goes. Again, we're using this wee tool, which is quite good actually, because this car's not registered with the gap tool. I think the gap tool would have showed us that anyway, but it was just to try and keep an eye on it. Right, we'll go back to the road on this rainy day. So noticed that the soot levels now starting to climb, so that must be doing that after its regen. It went down to about 1.94, I think I recorded it at its lowest point, so it should get to about less than 2, but you can see now it's at 2.15, so it is climbing. And imagine that had been naturally the way it would actually start to climb till it gets to a particular level, then it'll initiate a regen. And take it back down again to that kind of just below 2. It's interesting if it just kept driving and see what would happen, wouldn't it?
Aye.
How long it would take for that to go up to about, well, what did our bit of paper say? Amber warning light on at 24.5.
Aye.
So we'll drive home and we'll come back and see what that level's at. Well, that's 2.19 after 21 kilometres. It's not that far.
That's the second regen.
Aye, it's the second regen. So once we get back from the house, it's probably about 7 miles or something like that. It's an old Range Rover look. We'll see if that's, so what we'll see how much that's come up. So we're at 22 kilometres and 2.19. Right, so nearly home. What have we got? We've got the soot level started to creep up, so it's now at 2.539 grams per cubic metre, and we've done 44 kilometres. So we haven't done another regen, but you can see the soot levels increasing, and we'll just try to have a discussion there about at what point will they initiate a regen. We'll have a look at that in the workshop manual, or maybe online, but I'm guessing round about the 18 mark. What's your guess?
20, 18 to 20 hours.
18 to 20, so he's going for that range of 18 to 20. So, seen plenty of blue lights today. Yeah, this is apprentice Pat trying to reverse out. Takes him about maybe an hour, because he can't judge the distance. He always comes at the wrong angle, look. Wrong angle. I'll hit it one of these days. Yeah, that's the mirror. See if he's got the gumption to put the mirrors in the way, has look. Yeah. One day I'll get the right angle from it there.
Very disconcerting, you know.
Right, that's us. See ya.
So we got back home and never really seen anything other than what we'd seen in the video. The soot levels came up a wee bit, but that was that. So we never really got to do a DPF clean because we bought all the kit and all the gear, but we'll keep it and maybe do it another day. So that was that video, guys. Hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers for now.
Should you put the mirrors in the way, has look. Yeah. One day I'll get the right angle from it there.
Very disconcerting, you know.
Right, that's us. See ya.